Hello everybody, today is October 6th, 2023. This is about my 220th day doing this documentary. Those who aren't aware, I'm currently in Thailand. I've been here now right at a month. Exciting this weekend, get to go to a real primitive area that I'm looking at building a house slash school slash kind of just centering center where people can go to just be who they are. It's pretty exciting. You look at what's taken place over the last, say, 10 months is not only been life altering, but it's totally given me a different perspective on life. I mean, obviously, I went from kind of living the ideal life in the United States to now living an extremely different but way better life currently in Thailand. Let's see, some of the things that I would like to cover to bring up to date those of you who are the new subscribers, and those of you, thank you very much. I've had plenty of opportunity to learn how it is to let's be real, 53 years old. In life, I've had plenty of opportunity to learn how to deal with being rejected, learn how to deal with being used, being stolen from, being disrespected, all of it. Most of us have. And fortunately, I'm able to look in reverse, and I'm able to see that all those very negative experiences were actually some huge gifts, if you will. Opportunities that I had to learn so much more in life. When you look at your past negative experiences and you force your brain to find anything and everything positive that could have possibly came from that experience at that moment, it's mind-boggling. I mean, you realize that all these negative memories we have, the reason why they're so strong in your brain, the reason why they're at the front of your brain is, honestly, it's that illusion, the 20% of your brain, if you will. It's constantly reminding you, hey, look deeper, look a lot deeper into this experience, because that negative experience that you think has been horrendous, that's been dragging you down, I assure you, if you truly look at it and look at anything that could have came from it positive, I mean, there's a million things that you can come up with, way more positive things than negative things from every experience in the world. I mean, if you need proof, well, I mean, you have over 200 videos that I've posted on YouTube. You can go through there, because some of the absolute worst things in the world have happened to me over the last 10 months. And you can see how I chose to only accept the positive, refused to accept the negative. I mean, sure, I could have let this drag me down. Imagine how it felt knowing that my own family, instead of thinking, wow, Trent's, done a lot of good in his life, he's finally getting rewarded for it by becoming conscious, enlightened, whatever you want to call it. But no, instead, everybody chose to think it was the worst thing they possibly could, that I was going manic, bipolar, anything. Well, all of you who thought that, here we are. 10 months later, nothing's changed, and I'm honestly just getting stronger. I've done absolutely nothing negative towards anybody. Everything I've done has been totally positive, and all I'm trying to do is give love to the world. Anybody who's willing to accept it. Speaking of that, I've decided, well, maybe I should open up a live stream. Give people an opportunity. If anybody out there is struggling with negative memories in their head, things that have been dragging them down, hey, or if you're potentially suicidal and you're wanting to throw in the towel because you don't know how to hang on, please just tune into my live whatever it's called. What's it called? My live feed. You know, all I want to do is help people. I don't care about my ratings. I don't care about trying to get as many subscribers as I can. The only reason why I care about subscribers and ratings is just out of hopes that it will reach somebody out there that's struggling. Somebody in the world that is actually feeling there's so much more to life than what you know you're living. We're all living what somebody else told us we should be doing. And in your heart, you've known that that's not right. Look at our young generation. I mean, here I am in Thailand, and just 2 days ago, you've seen it in the world news, 2 days ago, I'm walking by a mall here in Bangkok, and something horrendous happens like 2 hours later. I mean, I was feet from where it occurred. And then the land of the smiles, amazing, beautiful people, friendly. The average person's going to turn to a smile instead of judging or looking at you in a judgmental way. But yet they're definitely starting to see an increase of young violence. I'm seeing and hearing about it on local news, totally rare. But it's now spurring up where it's 14 and 15-year-olds, killing. And it saddens me. I can't speak Thai, and I'm very fortunate to have people in my life that can speak English. Now, being in Thailand and living amongst, Thai people, what I do realize is not being able to speak their language or understand, it forces me to be more centered. It forces me to turn back to the fundamentals of communication between humans, if you will. The vibrations. It's amazing how when you're around somebody and you can't speak their language, or you're at a mega shopping center where you're around thousands of people that you can't speak the language. It's amazing how you can feel the energy. You can feel the vibrations. What I really was shocked is that you can see that we are all the same, all around the world. We all have our insecurities. We all have been hurt. We all will continue to be hurt. But that's okay. Because the reason why you're feeling hurt, it's your non-conscious side of you trying to protect you, trying to prevent you from ever having to experience these negative vibrations again. Now, if you allow yourself to think of it from that perspective, every single negative memory that you have, the reason why it's the strongest and the easiest to pull up in your brain is because that's your non-conscious side, if you will, the illusion, the 20%, holding it there for you to truly look past it and look at the gifts. That way you never have to experience it again, and that way you can let go of the pain that you've been carrying around, thinking about on a regular basis. And it's the foundation, I guess you could say, of PTSD. And no, I'm not battling PTSD. I honestly have not, or in the past, battled any mental health disorders. Everybody could debate everybody. I understand that. But let's just clarify, I've never been suicidal. I've never been depressed to the point to where I've ever wanted to hurt anybody else or myself. I mean, sure, we all have struggles. Life is torturous at times. Life is brutal. But what's amazing is when we find out how to work through it. And what's even more amazing is when you find out how to work through it that's best for both of you. Instead of turning to your inner selfishness, think about the other person. Because guess what? If you put the other person's feelings first, you're going to respect yourself for it. And it's way easier to swallow. Because if you don't, your brain's going to hang on to that, and it's going to keep knocking at your door over and over and over again until you realize that, hey, maybe you could have handled it differently, or you realize that, hey, wow, I'm fortunate to have gone through that experience. I'm fortunate enough to learn that lesson. But anyway, back to live feed. What I'm thinking about is once I get back from going out in the country here in primitive farmland, I'll be back, and I'm thinking about 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's see, it'd be Thailand time. I'll post later what time it'll be around the world. And I'll do a live feed. And the purpose of this would just be to help anybody in the world that's struggling to find the positive. You know, if you need something you need to talk through or whatever, hey, I'm here. I want absolutely nothing from you other than the slightest possibility that I might say something that helps. I will tell you that if people think, oh, this is a good way to bash, I mean, hey, as soon as you start making comments or whatever, I'm just going to kick you off. Nobody needs to be exposed to that, including myself. I've proven, I've said, I've admitted every single thing I could possibly do in the world. And now all I am simply doing is trying to be the absolute best human being I can be. And why? Because I love myself, which requires me to love all of you. Anyway, back to Thailand. We're in the rainy season right now, so it's a little humid, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm blown away by the general person has a smile. I do love the cost of fresh made, really healthy food. Food is absolutely amazing, and honestly, I have not had one single bad experience or felt any type of negative energy the little over a month now I've been here. I look forward to seeing what the next month brings. But I will try to record when I'm out at the farm, and where potentially, you know, I have to decide, hey, does the energy feel right around that community there? Does it feel like I'm just throwing money away, or is this a good investment? You know, because I told you guys before, the money that I have, I don't consider it mine, even though it came from selling my home and closing my business and everything. This isn't my money. This is just the vehicle that I'm going to try to do the best thing I can possibly do in the world. And that is to try to give love and try to find love and try to figure out how in the world did we start thinking our current version of love is even acceptable. But as you can tell, the wind's starting to kick up here. Rain's probably getting ready to start again. But those of you who commented, those of you who've subscribed, thank you. I mean, thank you a lot. 10 months to have very few people willing to like, dislike, comment, subscribe. And that's changing now. And I just wanted to let you guys know that that means a lot to me. And it definitely gets my energy going. It keeps me going. All right. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.